You're welcome to my channel, Mindset Academy, where we want to draw the auxiliary views of the figure that is displayed at the right hand side of the screen. Now, the first thing you have to do when you see a question like this is for you to reproduce the views that is displayed at the right hand side of the screen, and is in first angle projection because this is the elevation and this is what the plan, right? So I'll first of all start with that. Start with the hexagon here because it's hexagonal prism, as you can see. So I will start with this. I'm going to draw a circle. So I need to locate the center of the circle. So if I place it this way, can you see that? And I take my instrument and I place it this way also. So where they meet here represent the center of the plan, right? Like I said, this is a plan. So I'm going to take my compass, right? And I'll place it. The radius given here is given to be 38. As you can see, one side is a regular hexagon. So one of the sides is 38, right? And we have 6 sides. That's why an hexagon. So I'm going to measure 6 different sides. So this is from 0 to 38. This is what we have here. And I'll come straight down here and I'm going to draw a circle. Hope you can see that. Now drawing that circle with the same measurement I used to draw a circle, I'll place it here. I'll strike an arc, strike another arc. I'll come here also. I'll strike an arc and I'll strike another arc. So this is a method of constructing hexagon across corners. So you see what I'm trying to explain to you. So if I'll join each of those points from here, I'll get that point. Can you see that? From here also, I'll get this point. Can you see that? And I'll get here too. You can see that. Then here also, into this point. And also to this point. And also to this point. You can see that. So once you've done that, we've gotten the hexagon, right? Now the next thing will now be, this is the plan. The next one is for you to get what? The elevation, right? So I will just place it this way and I'll draw another line this way that represent the base of my elevation. Can you see that? So this will be the base of my elevation, and I'm going to measure the height of the elevation, which is given to be 76. So when I come here, I'll measure 76 from this point here. So from 0, and this is, let's come here. So from 0 here, this is 70, 75, 76 here. And I'll take my instrument to that point again, where I'm going to draw an horizontal line this way on that 76. Hope you can see that. And I'm going to project each of this edge this way. I'll take in this. come to the other edge also this way. And I'm taking this. I'll come here toward this edge too, this way. I will take it this. And I'll come here also this way. I will think it is. And I'm going to close it up. Close it up too. Hope you can see that. So we're successfully drawn out that shape. Now let's see. We said each of these sides is 38. And let's see if we're getting 38. So from 0. Can you see that? This is 38. Here also ought to be 38. From 0. That is another word 38. So each of the sides is what 38. Oh good. So I can try to just put my center line here. From this point, you can just see the long one, short, long, short, long, short, long. Alright, I can still come here too and do the same thing here too. The long one, short, long, short, long, short, long. That is the center line. Because it is symmetrical. What's in the left hand side is equal to what's in the right hand side. Can do here too if I want to. So we have short, long, short, long, short, long. Now we've gotten this, right? So the next thing is I would like to show you what an hexagonal prism is. Nobody is asking you to do that, but for the benefit of the viewers, I will show you what an hexagonal prism is. Is that okay now? So just take a deep look. So let me bring this down. Hope you can see that. Now I would like to draw this as my hexagon here. So I will just draw it in isometric so you have an idea of what we're talking about. Nobody's asking you to do this. This is just for the benefit of knowledge. Right? So the remaining part we are not going to see it. This is how an hexagonal prism look like. The other side in we cannot see it. It is hidden. So I won't disturb myself with that. The other part is what is hidden. So that is what hexagonal prism is. So we want to draw the auxiliary elevation and auxiliary plan of this hexagon, now prism. So the question is, we're not told to do this. Remember, this is out of it. We're not told to do it. I'm also showing you what we are likely to see when drawing this in our, especially when we're drawing our auxiliary what? Our auxiliary elevation, our auxiliary plan, right? So now, you see two different angles here and here. One of them is given in xy, x1, y1 in 30 degree. So I can easily just come here and do my x1, y1. Let me show you. So I'll just take my instrument and I'll draw 30 degree at an angle this way. Hope you can see that. That is my x1, y1 plane, which is this here. This is my xy plane, a line in between. So whatever measurement I'm taking, I'm going to take it from here. So this is my x, y plane, this plane you're seeing here. Right? So for the first one here, since it's my this angle here, let me just show you. The angle here is 30 degree. Is that okay? So I want to draw it out. We're drawing what? Since it is here, we want to draw, we're projecting. It's the question says we should, question 1 here, said draw the given view of the hexagonal prism and project the first auxiliary plan on x1, y1. So what we are doing here now, this is first auxiliary plan. So you're going to project the elevation, right? So since the auxiliary plan, you project what? There's elevation. So let me project all the edges at the elevation, and before then, I'll name them. I'll say here should be my point 1, point 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and what? 8. Right? So I'll project it this way. And I'll say here to be my A, B, C, D, E, and what? F. So let's project all those points. So since I draw with my 30-degree here as suggested in the question, then I'm only going to be 90-degree. So if you add what we add to that, that'll give you 90, that is 60. And the measurement is standing this way, this is 60-degree. So let's come here and I'll project. So if I project 1, let me take it down a little bit. So I'll utilize all those points. If I project 1, right, this will be my point 1. If I should project 2, this will be my point 2. Remember, you see that they are 90-degree. So if this is 60, you must use, if this is 60, you use 30. And if this is 30, you're going to use 60 just like I'm doing. So I'll go to 3. This is my 3, the line of 3. If I should go to 4, this is the line of 4. If I go to 5, this is the line of 5. If I should go to 6, this is the line of 6. Going to 7, this is the line of 7. Going to 8, this is the line of 8. That is what we have here. Can you see that? So this plane you're seeing here, I can easily call it my x1 and what? y1 plane. Now the next stage that we're actually moving into is to start. So if you project from your elevation, you take your measurement from your plan. So your reference point will be your xy. So if I come here, I'll place it at A. Remember that I'm going to point A now. Remember that point A is on the line of 1 and 2 because they're on the same line. So I'll come to 1, I'm going to strike an arc, and I'll come to 2, I'll strike another arc. So those 2 points is my point A and my point A. So because from point 1 you get to A, and from point 2 you get to A. Similarly, I'll come to the next one, which is from this reference point xy to B. And where will I get my B from? From point 8 and 3. So I'll go to point 8, I'll strike an arc, and I'll go to point 3, I'll strike another arc. So that is my point what? Point B. So this point you see here is my point B, and here also is also what? My point B. Can you see that? Then the same thing too to get to point C, right? The same measurement happens. Can you see that? So to get to point C, I'll go to the point of 7 and 4. So this is my point 7, I'll mark, and my point 4, I'll also mark. So this point 7 here, it's what? Point C, and this one what? Point D. Also point C, yes. It's also for point C also, right? Now the same thing is, I'll now come here also from this reference point to this point D. So for me to get to D, I'll go to the line of 6 and 7 because they're on the same line. So go to 6 and 7, you strike an arc to get D. You go to 7, you go to 5, strike another arc to get what? D. So this is D here, and this is also D here, right? Have it in mind. So I'll come again to get E. I come to, from this reference point, this is the line of E. From this reference point here, XY, I'll strike it down to E. Can you see that? And I'll come to the line of 7 and 4. So I'll get E. So I come to line of 7. If I mark here, this point here, this point here you're seeing is my point E, right? And I'll go to 4 also. This point here also is my point E. I will come again, I will move from the reference point again to F, the same point, right? So that, and that is on point 3 and 8. So this is 8 here. If I place it here, I'll mark to get my 8. I'll place it here also on the line of 3. I'll mark to get my 3. So this is what? Point 8, right? The same line here. So this is my point F, and what? My point F also. Now join those points together. So let's do that together. Just follow the trend. A, B, C. A is connected to B. A is connected to B. I'll tick in it. A to B, right? And B to C. B to C, right? C to D. C to D, right? D to E. D to E, right? E to F. E to F. E to F, then back to A. Then we're going F to A also. It's closed. Hope you can see that. What do you notice? C to C is connected. So I can just bring my C to C is connected this way. Also, E to E is connected. E to E is connected because they are both E. D to D is also connected. Can you see that? D to D is connected. So we can easily start the trend again. From A is inside. Can you see that it's inside the figure? So you cannot see it. It's just like this that is inside. So you cannot see that part. So I'll just put it this way by saying from A to B. That will be hidden line. Because you cannot see that part of the figure. It's a solid figure. So I'll just use my hidden line this way to detect it. Can you see that? And also from A to A is also. Then the next one is B to C is already closed. Then we'll go to C to D. Then D to E. Right? Then E to F is already closed. Then F back to A. But that will be what? Hidden. Can you see that? Then A to A. Hidden is inside the figure and you cannot see it. Alright? The what else is remaining? So that is there's still more. So that is what we have here. Right? So this is the looking from this angle, this is what you see. So we're looking at this, you're seeing we're looking at it from this side. So you're looking from this side, you will not see all the side here. Right? You will not see F and FAB. Right? FAB you will not see. So that is by the way. So this is the figure, but we're looking at this figure at an angle of what? 30 degrees from this side coming here. So the same figure. Right? So we move forward. Now the next thing, this is our auxiliary plan because we are projecting from the elevation, as I will call it auxiliary plan. Now the next one is for we to draw our auxiliary what? Elevation, which will project from where? From the plan. So let's do that and see. And the angle given here is 45 degree, x2, y2, right? So 45 degree. So I'm going to do that now. So if I should place my instrument and I'll place it this way, this is 45 degree. You can just from here and just draw this way. Right? So the angle here you see is angle of what? 45 degree. You're going to project all this part outward. So since it's 45, you must use 45 to project because that will make it 90. Because this was 30, I used 60 to project. Please don't forget that. Because the angle of projection and our reference line must always be 90 degree. So I'll have this A. I'll come to the next guy, which is B. The next one, which is C. The next one, which is D. And we have E, then F. So this is our angle of projection. So that means this is F, this is A, this is E, this is D, this is B, this line of B, this is the line of D, and this is the line of C. So just like what we have here. Now we will now start. So this will be our X2, Y2 plane. So once I've done that, I will now start. So since you project the elevation, you'll be taking a measurement from the plan. So what I can see here, right? Everything's on the same platform. So if I should come from the X plane here, I come to 1, I'll come to the line of A because 1 and A is on the same point. I come to the line of A, I'll mark, right? Similarly, I'll come to the line of B. So this point here you see will be your point 1. So I'll come to the line of B also, I'll mark. So this point you see here will be your point 8. Because B is on point 8. I'll come to C also, I'll mark the same measurement because they are on the same level. This is your point what? 7 also. Right? Then I'll come from the point of D also, I'm going to mark 2. So this is what we have on the point of D. Still the same measurement here. That will be your point 6. Right? So we'll now come again, do the same thing for the upper one here. From this reference point. Right? If I come to the point of E, E also the same procedure. Right? What we have here. Then F also we have the same thing too. So we have E, we still have at the point of E, we have what we have here, 7. And the point of F, we still have 8. So all of them is connected together. So I cannot use my, everything is what? Is all connected together. So I'll do the same thing for the upper one also. Right? So I'll just come here from the reference point to the upper one, 2. So we'll come to the line of A, I'll mark 2. Right? Then the next one is to this point you see here. This point you see here is point 2. I'll do again. I'll come to the point we've done for that of A. I'll come to that of B, the same position. So to get point 3. So I'll come to B. That's point 3. I'll come again. I'll come to C. Point 4. This is point 4. Now come to D also, 0.5 is D. Point 5. Then E is what? Still the same thing. E will give us what? 0.4. Then F will still give us zero point 0.3. This F here, we're having 0.3. And what else again do we have? SO. So everything is joined together. So I can just use my line first of all, and I'll bring this together. I'll come here too, and I'll bring this together first. So first of all, you are coming from this direction here. You're coming like this, you will not see CBA, right? You're not going to see this point CBA. So this is everything involving B, everything involving C and A, you will not see. So CBA, this is C, B, and what? And A. So that will be hidden line. So on the line of C and A, I'll do my hidden line this way. The next one is B, another hidden line. So on the part of C, I can see C partly. Alright, I'll see C partly, I'll see that, so I'll tick in it. Then F, I'll see F partly too. Right? Then E is thickened also, because I can see it looking from here. Then D also is seen. This is what we have. Then if you're looking at it from this side, here, this way, you're coming in this direction. So you can easily see that the 2 and 3, can you see that? I'll just stick in the rest. Coming from here. Then coming from here. This is what we are going to be having. So what it means is we're looking at an angle from this side. We're looking at an angle of what? 45 degrees from this side, looking at the elevation. So you will not see all this part here. So 1, 2, 3, which is what we have there. So this is what we have in drawing this in our auxiliary plan and auxiliary elevation at their various angles. So if you have found this helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.